Death Stranding 2 is releasing this week, and in this video I just want to say a big heartfelt thank you to Mr. Hideo Kojima for making video games and being a part of my childhood. So let's go. So yeah, ever since I was a kid, I was always very introverted. Always loved playing video games. That was one thing that I absolutely enjoyed. I was a PlayStation fanboy my entire life. Didn't have an Xbox, didn't have a Nintendo. Started from the PS1 and had every single console. And during that time, of course, Metal Gear Solid was one of my favorite games from Hideo Kojima. So I never played the original Metal Gear, which was released in 1987, the year of my birthday. But yeah, that was too old school for me. But my first start was Metal Gear Solid. It may have even been one of the first video games I played on the PS1. It was either that or Final Fantasy. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid, I just fell in love with the video game, and that was such a big part of my childhood. So Metal Gear Solid was released in 1998 on the PS1, which was 27 years ago, and I was just 10 years old playing the first Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, being 10 years old, I definitely did not understand the whole story, the politics of the whole Metal Gear Solid at that time. Even when I got older, until the other installments of the Metal Gear Solid series, I did not afraid to say that I was very confused a lot of the time about the story. But I just loved the tactical espionage action, stealth gameplay. It was just so different to other shooters. Just the way Hideo Kojima, he was just a genius creating the Metal Gear Solid series, and that was such a huge part of my childhood growing up playing video games. I always remember going up against the big Metal Gears, and then the one-on-one boss fights and the different camera angles and the music. It was like a cinematic, like what Hideo Kojima created. And even in the recent Death Stranding, that one-on-one boss fist fight was a throwback to the Metal Gear series, which I absolutely loved. And yeah, Death Stranding 2 was, I think the first one was released about 6 years ago, and I recently played the Death Stranding Director's Cut on Steam because it was on sale, and it was awesome price on sale. And yeah, I played that, and I racked up about almost 60 hours on the Death Stranding Director's Cut on Steam. I did all the main storyline, but then there's still so many side quests that I still not finished. But yeah, here we are, Death Stranding 2. Really completely different game to Metal Gear Solid, and even the first one was a bit controversial for some gamers, which I completely understood. Like, it's been called a walking simulator, but then it was funny enough, I actually met someone else here in Vietnam who enjoyed Death Stranding as much as I did, and it was just what Hideo Kojima can do in the video game, just bring out the emotion that you're walking from point A to B, but it's everything happening in between that just pulls you into the video game. And I absolutely love the first Death Stranding. My only critique of it was that it was a bit more slow because it was an introduction to the universe of Metal Gear. And I remember reading somewhere that Hideo Kojima is comparing the sequel to Aliens and Terminator 2. So if you know about the Alien and Terminator series, like the first installment, say for Aliens, is you have to introduce the whole universe, which is what Death Stranding 1 did. And in Aliens 2 was where much more of the action or the gun-ho sequences are. And yeah, it's like, because the universe has already been established in the first one, yeah, they could really get into the sequel. And that's what I remember Hideo Kojima talking about the Death Stranding 2 sequel was going to be about. There's much more emphasis on the action, but at the same time, it is still a walking simulator. You still need to deliver cargo. So I found that very interesting, and like that for me is I cannot wait to play Death Stranding 2. I've got it pre-ordered. I've got the digital deluxe edition on my PS5, so I'm going to be playing it earlier. And yeah, can't wait to make a bit more content, play the game, and just enjoy the sequel walking simulator. But yeah, in this video, I just want to say a big thank you to Mr. Hideo Kojima. You've been indirectly a big part of my childhood growing up, because like I was always a quiet kid, very introverted, and just loved playing video games. Like the PlayStation was just my world back then, and the Metal Gear Solid was. It wasn't that it was like I wouldn't say it was such an emotional connection compared to the Death Stranding series, but just the way Hideo Kojima can make a video game. He's an absolute genius, and I just want to say a big thank you, because that was such a big part of my life. Just playing the Metal Gear Solid series, I loved it, and I wasted so much time playing video games, but I enjoyed it so much. And to this day, like I am gonna go to the grave, I'm gonna die playing video games because I love it so much. I don't care what anyone else says. For me, as a content creator as well, I can play video games, make content, make money from my content as well playing video games, which is absolutely crazy. I could not imagine that as a kid. That would have been my dream job, and I'm actually doing my dream job right now, which is awesome. So I thank the universe. I thank Mr. Hideo Kojima for being a genius and making the video games I love to play. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to say a big thank you to Hideo Kojima. I don't know if you're gonna see this video. If you do see this video, that would be incredible. But that's all I want to say. I just want to say, please keep making video games. Thank you for the video games that you have made. Thank you for all the enjoyment you've given players from all the years of what you've done, and please never stop being creative and never stop making video games, because I can't wait to see Death Stranding 2, what that whole immersive experience is going to be, and I can't wait to see your next project, because I know I'm gonna be there for it. And yeah, that's it. I won't ramble on anymore, but yeah, peace. Death Stranding 2 is coming out this week. Can't wait to play it. Arigato gozaimasu, Hideo Kojima, for making video games. Please never stop. Bye guys. Willis out.